Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's talk about a rumor that's been buzzing around the NFL circles. One that could seriously shake up the landscape of the NFC North and send shockwaves through the league. According to sources close to Adam Schefter, the San Francisco 49ers, currently sitting at an 8-7 record, find themselves in a pretty tight spot financially and competitively. They're reportedly contemplating a blockbuster trade involving Trent Williams, one of the most dominant offensive tackles in the league, and it could have huge implications for the Lions, especially as we head into the crucial stretch of the season. You know Trent Williams, right? That massive, immovable force on the line, a guy who's been a cornerstone of the 49ers offensive line since he entered the league back in 2010. He's a true titan, 6'5", over 320 pounds of pure muscle, and with a resume that includes 12 Pro Bowls and a career PFF score hovering around 89 to 90. Williams isn't just good, he's one of the best to ever play the position. His ability to dominate both pass and run blocking, combined with his injury-free streak in 2025, makes him a highly coveted asset on the trade block. Right now, he's posting an impressive PFF overall grade of 90, ranking third among offensive tackles, with a pass block grade of nearly 80 and a run block grade over 92. That's elite-level stuff. He's allowed only 2 sacks in 15 games, and his pressures allowed are minimal, just 15 in total with a snap count nearing 995, which is about 98% of the snaps. For teams eyeing a serious playoff push, a player like Williams can be a game-changer. But that's where things get really interesting. The 49ers, struggling with an 8-7 record and a negative cap space of around $8 million, are feeling the heat. Their defense has been leaking points, allowing 24 points per game, which ranks around 20th in the league, and their offensive line has been inconsistent, allowing 32 sacks over 15 games. They're eyeing a rebuild, and sources suggest they're ready to make a splash to shake things up. The plan? Trade Trent Williams for a first-round pick in 2026 along with a backup linebacker from Detroit. That's right, the Lions could be involved in this deal. The idea is to help the 49ers free up cap space, about $15 million, while also acquiring draft capital and a reserve linebacker that might fill a need on their roster. Now, why would the Lions be involved in such a deal? Well, Detroit is currently sitting at 7-8, fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot. We've seen how crucial the offensive line has been for Jared Goff and the overall offensive success of the team. With Taylor Decker out for Week 17 and the offensive line dealing with some instability, especially with recent inactives and rumors that David Montgomery might be asking for a trade in the offseason, the Lions need to bolster their front line. Bringing in Trent Williams would be like putting a fortress in front of Goff, giving him the protection he needs to operate at a high level. Williams isn't just a protector, he's a game winner. His presence on the line would add at least 20% more pocket time for Goff, pushing it from around 4 seconds to nearly 9 seconds, allowing our QB to go through his reads more comfortably, reducing sacks and increasing our chances of big plays. On the ground, Williams would be a huge boost for our rushing attack. Last year, we saw how much the run game improved with a solid offensive line. Rushing yards per game jumped significantly, and the lanes for Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs would become even more explosive. We're talking about run lanes opening up like highways, with yards after contact increasing by around 1-2 yards per attempt. That's the kind of impact a player like Williams can bring, especially when paired with our already talented backfield. Imagine him anchoring the right side, creating a stable pocket for Goff and opening run lanes that turn our offense into a top 10 unit in yards per game. But it's not just about the immediate impact. For the Lions, acquiring Trent Williams would be a statement move, a sign that we're serious about contending for a Super Bowl. It's about creating a dominant front that can carry us deep into the playoffs. With Williams protecting Goff, our offense would become a nightmare for defenses. He's a proven pillar, comparable to guys like Andrew Thomas on the Giants, who can elevate the entire line and turn us into a true powerhouse. And think about the playoff implications. The Lions' Super Bowl odds would skyrocket, from around plus 1,500 to plus 700, making us a real X factor heading into the postseason. Our chances of winning would be significantly boosted, especially against top-tier pass rushers like TJ Watt or Micah Parsons, where elite protection is the key to victory. Williams' presence could be the difference maker, giving Goff the time and confidence to make those deep throws and extend drives. Our offense has been good this year, but with Williams anchoring the line, it could transform into elite status, allowing us to challenge the best defenses in the league. From a strategic standpoint, this trade makes sense for both sides. The 49ers get cap relief, freeing up around $15 million, and they acquire draft picks plus a backup linebacker. Assets they could use to rebuild or address other pressing needs, like secondary help or further offensive line depth. The Lions, on the other hand, get a proven, elite left tackle who could be the cornerstone of our offensive line for years to come. His leadership and consistency would be invaluable, especially as we look to build a sustained winning culture. Now, some fans might wonder about the cost. First-round picks are always a gamble, but in this case, the potential reward is enormous. A player of Williams' caliber doesn't come around often, and for a team like the Lions, who are on the cusp of being true contenders, adding him could be the final piece to unlock that potential. Plus, with the current state of our offensive line, especially with Decker out and concerns over depth, Williams would be a stabilizing force, reducing pressure on our young and developing players like Taylor Decker and Graham Glasgow. And let's not forget the broader picture. The NFC North is wide open this year, with Vikings and Bears showing flashes of potential but still vulnerable. The Lions have a real shot to not only make the playoffs, but to make a deep run if we keep building on this momentum. Adding a player like Trent Williams would send a message to the entire league that Detroit is serious about competing at the highest level, not just for a playoff spot, but for Super Bowl glory. It's about setting a tone, establishing ourselves as a dominant force, and building a team with sustainability and star power. Of course, this is all speculation for now, but it's the kind of move that could define the Lions' future. Imagine the impact on our offense, the confidence boost for Goff, and the overall morale of the team knowing they have one of the best offensive tackles in NFL history protecting them. It's a bold move, but in the NFL, sometimes you have to go all in to reach the top. And with our current trajectory, a trade like this could be the catalyst that elevates us from playoff hopefuls to genuine Super Bowl contenders. So fans, keep your eyes on this story. It's unfolding in real time, and the potential for a Lions 49ers blockbuster could be the talk of the offseason. We'll be watching closely, bringing you all the updates and analysis you need to stay ahead of the game. The Lions are on the rise, and with a move like this, our journey to the promised land could be closer than ever. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over and it could change everything for Detroit. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think adding Trent Williams to our lineup could be the move that pushes us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're on the cusp of something special, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Let's keep supporting our team, believing in the process, and getting ready for a future where the Lions roar even louder.